guys, and welcome to Barbara Bumblebee's farm. It's story time with Aunt Amber. We have a bit of an emergency here today at the farm because everybody has been playing here and there is a huge mess. Toys everywhere. We're going to try and figure out what to do to clean up the farm. But while we're figuring that out, why don't you check out today's story?
The Berenstain Bears in the Messy Room, written by Stan and Jan Berenstain. From the outside, the Bears' treehouse, which stood beside a sunny dirt road deep in bear country, looked very neat and well kept. The flower beds sparkled with red, yellow, and blue tulips. The woodwork was freshly painted and in good repair. The grass was cut, and the vegetable patch was properly weeded. Even the bird's nest that was perched on one of the treehouse branches was well trimmed. The inside of the Bears' treehouse was neat and clean, too. The pictures were straight, the piano was dusted, and the kitchen was spick and span. Even the basement was neat and clean. And if you think it's easy to keep a treehouse basement neat and clean, well, you've never tried to do it. Yes, the Bears' treehouse was a lesson in neatness and cleanliness, except for one place. Brother Bear and Sister Bear's room. It was a mess! A dust-catching, wall-to-wall, helter-skelter mess. A half-done jigsaw puzzle gathered dust in one corner of the room. A group of brothers' dinosaur models collected cobwebs in another. Sister's stuffed animals were everywhere. As for the cubs' big storage closet, well, just be careful how you open it. It wasn't that brother and sister were naturally messy. They tried to keep their room straight. They made their beds, most of the time. And they swept and picked up once in a while. The trouble was that when cleanup time came, they spent more time arguing than cleaning. How am I supposed to sweep with your dumb dinosaur toys all over the floor? Argued Sister. They're not toys, they're models, and don't move them. I'm working on a setup of the Pleistocene age, Brother protested. Pleistocene, schmeistocene, shouted Sister. Not only was Brother and Sister's room a mess, but Brother and Sister were getting to be a mess too, always arguing about cleanup chores instead of sharing the job and working as a team. What usually happened was that while the cubs argued about whose turn it was to do what, Mama took the broom and did the sweeping herself. And she often did the picking up too. That was the worst part, the picking up. And the putting away. Well, the mess just seemed to build up and build up until one day, maybe it was because Mama's back was a little stiff, or maybe it was stepping on Brother's airplane cement, or maybe she was just fed up with that messy room. But whatever it was, Mama Bear lost her temper. She stormed into the cubs' room with a big box. The first thing we need to do is get rid of all this junk, she said. Junk, said Brother and Sister, watching in horror as Mama began to throw things into the box. My teddy bear isn't junk, screamed Sister. My bird's nest collection isn't junk, yelled Brother at the top of his lungs. The screaming and yelling got so loud that it reached Papa, who was in his workshop putting the finishing touches on a batch of chairs that had been ordered by one of his customers. He couldn't imagine what was wrong. He hurried up the stairs and looked into the messy, noisy room. It didn't take a deep thinker to figure out what was going on. Quiet! Papa got Mama's and the cubs' attention and called a family meeting right then and there. Now, the mess has really built up in this room, he said. In fact, it's the worst case of messy buildup I've ever seen. And it isn't fair, he continued. It isn't fair to your mama and me because we have a lot of other things to take care of. And it isn't fair to you because you really can't have fun or relax in a room that's such a terrible mess. But Mama is putting all of my things into that box, even my teddy, said Sister. And my things too, cried Brother. Then Papa got an idea. A box. Yes, he said. Better yet, a lot of different kinds of boxes. A big toy box for your large toys. I can make one for you in my shop. And some smaller boxes for your collections and models. And how about one of those boards with holes and pegs to hang things on? Asked Sister. A pegboard, said Papa. Great idea. All this room needs is a little organization. A little organization and a few rules, added Mama. Rules about more sweeping and less arguing and not leaving things to gather dust and cobwebs. Papa set to work making a fine big toy box and a large pegboard. While the Cubs and Mama sorted out toys, books, games, and puzzles and put them into boxes that neatly fit into the closet. Every box was clearly labeled. Some of the Cubs' things did end up in Mama's big throwaway box. Not Sister's teddy, of course, but some of Brother's bird's nests, the crumbling, falling apart ones. It was a very big job cleaning up all that messy buildup, but after a lot of straightening up and putting away, the job was finally finished. Wow, said Brother, that was quite a job, but it was worth it. It looks like a whole new room, said Sister. The Cubs were right. And Papa had been right too. It was so much more enjoyable to live in a neat, clean, well-organized room, and so much more relaxing. It wasn't as exciting to open the big storage closet now, but it was much more practical and a lot more fun.
Larry, what did you think of that story?
Well, I thought it was really great, but I think I need to do a better job of cleaning up.
Larry, I think you're right, because the farm is a giant mess. But do you know what? I love you, and I would love to help you clean up the farm. Would you like some help? Awesome! We're going to help Larry the llama, Barbara the bumblebee, and Elmer the elk clean up the farm. Because when you love people and when you're part of a family, you're part of a team. And that means that you do things to help and take care of your responsibilities. Can you say responsibilities? Great job! Everybody in a family has a responsibility, and we have to work together to take care of things. So if you have toys out right now that you can see at your house, or maybe even if you have a job, something that you could help clean up at your house for your mom or your dad, that would be awesome. And I think that we can make it fun by doing a really great song, because you know me, I love to sing fun songs. And this song can be fun too, because you can gallop like a horse. Do you know how to gallop like a horse? Awesome. Good job. Well, let's find something from our magic treasure chest to find something that we can help to clean up the farm. All right. Do you think that a stretchy rubber band would help us clean up the farm? No, a stretchy rubber band would not help us at all. What about, wow, so many numbers. This is a tape measurer. Would a tape measurer help us to clean up the farm? No, it's fun to measure things, but it would not help us clean up the farm. What about, oh, I know. What about a box that says toys on it? Could we open up the box and put the toys inside? Yes, and that would help us clean up the farm. So we're going to put the toy box right there. Do you know where to put your toys when you're cleaning up? Awesome. Let's do it together and we'll sing a fun song. So we need to find the bouncy balls. Do you see bouncy balls anywhere on the farm? There they are. Let's sing and clean them up. Clean up, clean up, clean up, up, clean up, clean up, clean up, up, clean up, clean up, clean up, up, clean up the bouncy balls. Good job. Did you gallop like a horse while you were cleaning up? Excellent. Let's find Elmer the Elk's art set. I see it. It's right here. Clean up, clean up, clean up, up, clean up, clean up, clean up, up, clean up, clean up, clean up, up, clean up the art. There you go. And we're going to put it right inside the box. Good job. How about blocks? Do you see blocks on the farm? I see them too, and they're right there. Let's clean up together and gallop like a horse. Clean up, clean up, clean up, up, clean up, clean up, clean up, up, clean up, clean up, clean up, up, clean up the blocks. Good job, guys. We're cleaning them up together. What did you clean up at your house? Do you think you could help clean up and sing that song? Excellent. You go and keep cleaning up and taking care of your responsibilities, and I'll see you next time with Reading with Aunt Amber.